You're listening to the New World to Go podcast with your hosts, Redbyrd and BDLG.
Hello and welcome to another episode of New World to Go. I'm your host, Redbyrd, and with me is BDLG. Bordy, we got an interesting show to talk about today. We just got some news, like literally right before the show. So we're going to share that with you guys on the Easter event in Aeternum. And then also we're going to talk about the free weekend that just happened, Bordy, in no type of fashion. You know what I mean? We have news. We have the main topic. It's all over the place. So I think the best thing is just to hop right in here, dude, with whatever this segment is. Which would be news there, Bordy.
Did you do a drop? I was
yeah,
waiting.
I did. I did.
Okay.
Good job. They're not talking through it. Yeah. So basically, the free weekend on New World just happened. Should be over at the moment. Probably just ended. Bordy. We're gonna talk about the event. Obviously, hard to inform you guys about it right now. Obviously, it's already over. But we're gonna talk about our take on it, and how we feel about how the event went. So in case you didn't know, the free weekend was basically an opportunity for anybody to hop into New World on Steam for free and to play the game for 5 days over the weekend. and that was, and on paper, amazing. Good to see that they do that, right, Bordy?
Yeah, absolutely. It was exciting.
It was exciting to hear about initially. There was some confusion, though, Bordy. Imagine that, about the nature of the test and what servers you could test the game on. So I believe it went down as followed. And if you guys know any more about this, you can definitely correct us in chat or in the show notes, rather. Sorry, on the comments on YouTube as well. Basically, what happened was, I think the initial intention for the free weekend was for everybody to be on the free weekend servers, Bordy. That probably was for a large group of reasons, mainly because I think a lot of the fears when you open up a game free to play, you also invite a bunch of accounts that can then bot and do everything like that. So I think the initial plan was to bring in everybody on the free servers to give an opportunity to test the game for free. And then if they decided to buy the game, they would buy the game, and then all those servers would be merged into the current servers we have. Right, Bordy?
Yeah, I think so. That's the way I understood it.
And so what, at some point through that happened, and I'm not exactly sure when, they did say, I think there was a lot of feedback from the community, which makes a ton of sense, to be honest, is why would you limit the new players to these servers, especially, number one, I think there were too many. We're going to talk about that later. But number two, there was just zero population on them. So then these new players who want to experience the true nature of New World and where New World shines, they would be playing in an essentially empty world without other players. And we know kind of what that feels like on the trading post, and when you're trying to do, missions and then run expeditions. It just doesn't work out that way, right? So basically, there was enough pushback where I think that either they maybe just miscommunicated the idea of the new players or the new weekend servers, or they changed their mind about them, and then they let all the free weekend players go on to any server that they wanted, Bordy.
Yeah, that is true. That is kind of how it played out. Yeah, I'll let you continue, and then we can go into thoughts here.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is all the new servers or all the new free weekend servers were dead, and it was hard to kind of tell where those players ended up. Right? If they're playing, I would assume that it'd be best to let those players play with the friends that they already had playing the game. Or just at least play on a server that was at least, highly populated. Everybody on my stream, Bordy, I recommended jump into the highest population server you can get into, because that will let you experience the game the way that it's meant to be experienced.
Same.
So, Bordy, let's just break this down real quick. What were your I guess initial impressions on the free weekend as a whole now that it's over?
So I'll just start whenever they announced it, right? So it was like a roller coaster of emotions, you know. Whenever they first announced this free weekend, I was like, man, this is fantastic. And what better time to do a free weekend than now? Because I feel like right now New World is in a really, really good spot in terms of like new player experience, and then a great spot for like returning players because all of the quality of life fixes, the performance is better. Like it's just better right now than it was several months back. And as a new player coming into it, there's a lot of new options, questing and whatever, and the game just feels really, really good right now. You don't have to spend a lot of money traveling with Azoth and all that stuff. All the pains we had as new players leveling are not there. So I feel like this free weekend could have been an excellent opportunity to bring these people in, hook them in. And so I thought the timing couldn't be any better. Let's do a free weekend now. Lots of people are going to come in. It's going to be amazing, right? And then that just didn't really happen, Red. I feel like it was just, I don't know. I don't want to say handled poorly, but from the outside looking in, it sure seems that way. You know what I mean? Like it seems like it was a very big missed opportunity, and I'm pretty sad about it because I feel like there could have been this huge influx of players, and maybe there was a nice influx of players, but we don't know because they opened up all these free servers, and all the free servers have no one on them. And so I'm sure the people that got on the free servers themselves are probably looking around wondering what was going on, because as a new player joining a new MMO, you expect it to be thriving, expect there to be people everywhere. And if you were a new player that joined one of the free-to-play servers, you didn't see a soul because there was like maximum of 10 people on some of those servers. So I don't know what the thought process was there by doing that. None of the servers now are even reaching cap, or at least very, very few of the servers are reaching cap. So in my mind, it would have made more sense to maybe even just open up like one or two free server, maybe one free server per region, and then just merge those into one of the lower pop servers later on or something, because all the servers now, there's plenty of room to go around for new players to join those servers, because a lot of the servers right now don't have a lot of people on them either. So I don't really know what happened, man. I'm a little disappointed in how it went. And now it's almost bad publicity for the game at the moment, which is incredibly upsetting because right now New World is in a very good spot. You know, there's obviously balancing that needs to happen. There's some other things that need to happen to the game. It's not perfect by any stretch, but it is so much better than it was. And I was excited to see new people come in and be excited about the game now. And it was kind of just this missed opportunity that I don't know, man. I'm kind of bummed out about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's my general impression is like I was so excited to see them do something like this. I thought, you know, here's the thing. The double XP weekend was fantastic. The timing of it was perfect. It was well planned out with the blunderbuss. People ate it up, man. I think there's opportunities on the table for them to do something for trade skills and for, you know, whatever sort of different events that they can double XP from. I think doing those things on the weekend bring people into the game with an intention, which is what you want in an MMO. They have something to do, a reason to play. Well, I don't want to miss out on double XP on my weapons, you know, or I want an opportunity to level my engineering. What better time than if they offer a free weekend for the double XP? And so, like, one of the things that, I was really happy about was like, yo, they're putting together an event that isn't necessarily centered around players that are currently in the game, but to get other players into the game, trying the game for free. And it was confusing. I was confused. Our video on YouTube got delayed a day because I was confused about. I didn't want to put out misinformation because the initial post basically said that players would be playing on separate servers. That's the way it read.
Which is exactly what I thought. Someone in our company asked, you know, like, well, should we do some sort of something for the company, like some big promotion or something to get some new maybe some new players interested or whatever. And I messaged back and I was like, nah, man, because they can only play on the free servers. And then that turned out to be wrong. And I was like, oh no, well, I just that was wrong. So it was very confusing.
So after some digging on the forums, I found the answer, like, no, you know, you can actually play on any server.
Yeah.
And so then, I had to change the video and everything like that, and that's not a big deal. I just, I think the main concern is just not misinforming people. And so basically, at that point, you kind of look at it, and it's like, well, why even put up so many servers? That's the thing, I almost think that it would have been better to not do any new servers, and that way it wouldn't confuse the people coming into the game. Just let them. I think the reason was, though, is like we talked about before. I think the plan was to only allow them on those servers. That's why they created them, is because they would only let them on there, and it made sense because to reduce botting and everything like that, to not give free accounts to people that would try to sell gold and stuff. But
there's still way too many.
Yes, there were too many. There were too many. And I think it would have been better just from the jump to just decide we're going to let those people play the game. And you could shut off all the free accounts unless they bought the game after the free event. I don't think there's any problem with that either, right? And so it's one of those things, dude, that I was so excited for it, but then as I learned more and more about how it went, from the back end, it just kind of, like you said, almost a negative thing in such a great period of the game. Like they just had a great patch, just had the double XP weekend, getting ready to have the Easter event, which we're going to talk more about on this. It starts tomorrow. We'll talk more about it on this podcast. But the empty, like having so many new empty servers just did not look great, and obviously we're going to have to sift through a batch of, meme videos from YouTubers that are trying to clickbait people into negative New World stuff again, which isn't new, but it's just one of those things that I think could have been avoided with the right approach, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it could have been an incredibly positive experience. And again, I do think if they would have had a really large influx of players, they would have had a positive experience playing the game. And I did get a few comments whenever I was streaming about new players that had come into the game over the free weekend, like on Friday or whatever. And they were saying that they were playing the game for the first time and absolutely loved it. But they also joined servers where people were on. And I feel like a lot of people would have had that sentiment or that mentality jumping into New World. I mean, whenever we played it for the first time, Red, the hype was real. I mean, obviously there was almost 1 million concurrent players that day. It was just insane. And even then it was a lot of fun. Well, now with all the quality of life adjustments, it's so much better. And I'm very bummed out that it was just such a missed opportunity. And hopefully they'll learn from this issue and implement a free-to-play weekend or a free-to-play time in a little bit better fashion in the future. I don't know what they were expecting, right? Were they expecting 1 million players to come back? Because they opened up a crap load of servers, man. I mean, there was 70 something servers, I think, opened it up for this thing. It's man, it was kind of mind boggling to me. I don't have the numbers, obviously. I guess they do, and they expected there to be just this massive influx of players. I'm sure they didn't want queues because they didn't want there to be a negative player experience. But now I think players would have rather had a 5-10 minute queue than what happened. You know what I mean? It's a bummer. It is honestly a bummer.
Well, and that kind of goes back to the approach of the current server situation, in my opinion, is I would much rather set in a queue on a server that's active. You know what I mean? I'd much rather set in a queue on a server that's active that I know every night I'm going to log in, and I might wait 15 minutes to play. But at least at that point, I will get the opportunity to play the game in a way that that's awesome, which is the world of Aeternum's full. The Aeternum the economy's busting, and OPR queues are popping, and the way that really just I think the game shines in those situations because it's an MMO. That's the entire intention of the game. I'd much rather wait in a queue for a little bit and have the opportunity to play the game in that manner than to have all the population distributed in a way that, some of these servers really, I don't think at this point are functioning as an MMO. I think they're just, maybe 40 people logging in to gather and that's it. I don't know, Bordy. It kind of, to me, it also shines a light on the system that they have in place right now of locking servers and not letting people come in on them. What are your
not great.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
unlocking servers. I think they need to unlock all the servers and just implement paid transfers ASAP, man. That's what I think. And they said they were going to do that, and hopefully that'll happen sooner than later. But I do think if you just unlock all the servers, you implement paid transfers, that stuff's going to sort itself out. There may be a time where a server gets overloaded, but I guarantee you it's not going to stay that way, because people are going to use their paid transfers to transfer somewhere else where they don't have to wait in a long queue. And I think it'll be fine. You give people the option to transfer off, and then some people may not. Some people may do just what you said. They may think, well, this is fine. I'll wait my 15, 20 minutes to play on the server, because I would prefer to play on this really popping server and wait in the queue than go to a server that doesn't have as many people on there, or whatever. And I think that would fix a lot of the problems. I still don't think that's like a super long-term solution to the server problem.
No.
But,
I don't think that either, but yeah.
I think it'd be a short-term, very viable fix for now until they can figure out what to do. But the server situation has been an issue for a long time now. And then this free-to-play situation just shined a light on that even more. And I just, man, I can't, the only thing I can keep saying is that I'm just really bummed out about it, dude, because I really, man, I thought the free-to-play weekend was going to go gangbusters. You know what I mean? I thought we were going to have a lot of, whenever they first announced it, dude, I was giddy. I was excited because I was like, oh man, we're about to have a lot of new players in the game. Like, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be plays, like the towns are going to be bustling. And then they announced that they could only play on those free servers. Then there was confusion with that. And then they opened up all these servers. Then it ultimately ended up being a bust, and you didn't really see a big increase in population at all. And it's like, okay, it kind of just, it was kind of, I don't know, man, a buzzkill, just wasn't cool. So hopefully they'll learn from it though. And hopefully next time they do an event, it'll be really successful.
Yeah. I hope so too. It's one of those things that I think is just easy to learn from. Hopefully they do that. And as long as they learn from this event and the way that it was put out, I think obviously in the future we can see some really good free to play events that'll hopefully bolster New World's numbers for sure. But in the end of the day, it is now discounted. You can buy New World for I think $26. In the U.S.
Still, in my opinion.
Yes. So hopefully that in and of itself does its part in bringing new people to the game.
Yeah.
So now as we move on here, Bordy, as we teased a little bit earlier, we have a new event. It was kind of popped on us. I don't remember hearing anything about an Easter event. And now, Bordy, we're getting one starting tomorrow. Yeah. We are going to have experience an event, and I just opened the window over your face there for a second on accident. It's called Corrupted Rabbits, and I guess that's the name of the event. I mean, it's a pretty on the nose name, but it's truly what it is. There'll be corrupted rabbits running around Aeternum, Bordy. Tell us a little bit more about this event and what to expect from it.
Yeah, man. So basically, they just say that spring has sprung in Aeternum. So now there's going to be a lot of infested, corrupted rabbits, or there's going to be an infestation, rather, of corrupted rabbits running around Aeternum. So if you kill the rabbits, you can be rewarded handsomely, is what it says. So it'll last for 2 weeks, from April 12th to the 25th. They're going to drop special loot, and then every day you can earn 3 Diamond Gypsum from killing the corrupted rabbits. So I'm not sure if the corrupted rabbits is going to replace the current gathering to obtain the Diamond Gypsum for the time being, or if you can do both. It doesn't really specify. My inclination would be that it's going to replace the gathering of the Diamond Gypsum, and now you have to kill rabbits to get your gypsum every day. That's my guess, because they kind of rotate the Diamond Gypsum out all the time. But then it also says you can get up to 5 luck increasing consumables, which is pretty cool. So it sounds like you'll be able to get some decent loot from these things. It also says that there's rumors of the mystical storage chest that can be found in the possession of these rabbits. So, hey, man, we might get a pretty awesome storage chest from killing the rabbits. Who knows? I don't know what's going to be in there, but it does sound fun. I like the idea of killing the rabbits. The corrupted rabbit does look pretty cool, too. It looks pretty crazy. And listen, man, I kind of like this approach to this whole situation. Like, it's an Easter thing, but it also fits the theme of Aeternum. This is something we've kind of criticized them before in the past, like with the Turkalon event or whatever, some of the sillier stuff they've added to the game. Well, this is like an event, kind of a silly Easter event, but it's also like a corrupted feel. So you have these corrupted rabbits running around instead of like these real, frou-frou type of rabbits that just don't fit in Aeternum. So I like it. I like that they're doing it, and it'll be a fun 2 weeks. I know what you and I are going to be doing tomorrow, Red.
Killing rabbits.
Yeah, just a bunch of them, just laying out.
So what's interesting, I like the term frou-frou from you.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else.
You mean like
just
pink bunny rabbits or whatever running around?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, here's the thing, man. I just like events. Again, giving people a regular a reason to log into the game regularly. I think it's really good. I think, as a player base, we just need, especially the people that are already like bought into the game, right? I think there's a relatively decent amount of people that play New World on a pretty regular basis at this point. It's just expanding those numbers, giving the other people that maybe are on the fence a reason to log in, a reason to play the game. I think is fantastic. This rabbit event should fall into that category. I really look forward to finding the luck. Dude, you know me, man. I'm a luck boy. I like luck runs. I like everything has to do with luck, and then so having the opportunity to farm some luck food, and then also potentially get some more storage for my houses that I can hoard more items that I'll never use is fantastic, Bordy. I'm excited for the event for sure.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I mean, even if it's just rabbits running around, it'll be fun to go chase them down and kill them and get some cool loot. I like it, man. It should be a fun time.
Yes, for sure. I love the pace in which they're introducing new things to the game. I'm excited to, again, just to log in. The game is still in a really good place. And to add stuff on top of that, at least they're trying. I know we kind of criticized the free weekend a little bit, but this rabbit event, the free weekend, the double XP, the patch, they're falling into that cadence that we all kind of love about MMOs. Is something new to do each day.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not that the game is in a really good spot. I feel like the game is a lot of fun right now. Performance is a lot better. Yes, there's balancing things and whatever. Those things will come over time. Those things never really bother me that much. They get frustrating sometimes in PvP, etc. But overall, they don't tilt me. Like the state of the game right now, I feel like is really good, man. I really do. I think New World right now is just fun to play, right? Like it feels fun to play to me again. And so it's in a great spot. It's not the fault of the game right now. It's just I just feel like there's a misstep with the way the free weekend was handled. But overall, I still am enjoying my time in New World for sure.
Yes, again tomorrow, guys, log in, and I don't know what time they'll patch. Usually in the mornings, I think, or in the late
it doesn't
morning.
say. Yeah.
We'll be able to kill corrupted rabbits. We'll be doing it on stream. Go check out BDLG or I, depending on what time of day it is, or come watch us kill some rabbits because it should go live about Bordy's stream, I think. So, and then look forward to doing that yourselves. Bordy, that's all I have for this episode. You got anything else?
Maybe we should have a competition. Maybe we should see who can kill the most rabbits within like a certain amount of time.
Between me and you.
Yeah. And then the winner or like the loser has to do something.
Okay. Well, sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's fine with me because I'll be streaming. It'll go live during your stream. I'll have my entire stream to farm rabbits. So yeah, I'm down to vote.
Well, that's what I mean. We'd have to do it like a.
You want to set a time limit?
Yeah. Like you have a 2 hour block or something.
Okay.
I don't know. We can
We'll figure something out. Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm down for competition always. So yeah.
Yeah, the loser has to shave their head.
Deal.
No, we have to think of something better than that. But I don't know, man. I've had a beard now for over a year. I don't know. I'd be weird. I don't know. Maybe. That's high stakes.
Yeah, we should probably bet. We should probably have something better than a few dead bunnies on the line to shave the beards.
I agree.
Maybe our community will think of something worthwhile to do. But charity, charity is always a great cause. Maybe we can work out something on a charity stream or something. But
yeah, maybe.
But that about does it for this episode, Bordy. Let's head over to the company of the week. And the company of the week this week And I just lost my notes again. Fantastic.
I got it. It's the Everfall logging company, man. They have a pretty dope little icon here. It's definitely dude. They're all about logging. I like it.
Okay,
they're on NA East. Their faction is Marauders. Their focus is PvE. They are currently recruiting. It says, hello and welcome to the Everfall logging company. They're a group of sisters and brothers coming together with a common goal of having fun in New World and accomplishing big things. Many of them are coming from New World or are coming from World of Warcraft Classic. They've been a tight community for a while. They're going to continue to play WoW into the future with New World as well. So they're kind of a multi-game guild. So if you play WoW and New World as well, which I'm sure a lot of you probably do, this may be a place for you to call home. So it says they are well, they have already said that once. They said it again. They're a group of brothers and sisters, or sisters and brothers. With that in mind, they demand that all members, new and old alike, respect one another and treat each other as equals and with the respect that they deserve. So that's pretty cool, man. If you want to be a part of them, it sounds like they're heavily focused on PvE and probably like maybe the gathering crafting aspect of New World. So go check them out. They're called the Everfall Logging Company, and we'll make sure we post their link everywhere this podcast can be found.
Yeah, it sounds like the only requirement is to be a decent adult. So
yeah,
I know that's challenging
that's a pretty
nowadays.
Good requirement.
But
yeah, it can be.
But if you are one, then go check them out. Again, guys, we thank you guys so much for listening, for being patrons of the podcast, of everything we do, guys. Don't forget to check out studioloot.com. We just put it up this week. It has a home for everything that we have in the Studio Loot family. I'm so grateful for getting that thing up. Finally, we are here, dude. We finally have a home at studioloot.com for all of our websites. We will be putting stuff up for the podcast, for the YouTube channel up there soon as well. It's just from here on out is going to be a nice hub for you guys to go to check out all of our content. So go check that out over there at studioloot.com. As you'll see, I don't know if you guys are aware, but we got some of our other games that you guys may not know about. You may just be New World people, but we also are covering games like Lost Ark. We have plans for Ashes of Creation and Nightingale. So if you guys are into any of those games, you should definitely go over there and bookmark that website. We'd really appreciate that. It's been a long time coming. Maybe we could just briefly, when we started out back, when was it? It was a while back ago. It was actually in Elder Scrolls Online. Me and you, we've obviously known each other for a long time. We ran a guild or a company, whatever it was called, in Crowfall. And when we set out to do content or web-based content or do articles and editorial work and stuff, it was under the name Studio Loot. So when we met Taken, we all kind of band together and started working on New World Fans together. But with the goal that all three of us would then eventually work on Studio Loot, which is just going to be a home for all sorts of MMO and multiplayer game content. So we finally have that up, and we're extremely excited about it.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's finally nice to bring it all together, under one roof. And it's dude, it's so cool, man. We're getting there. We have a lot more in store, though. We are continuously working on New World and then the other games we have going on. So we're staying busy, and we hope you guys enjoy the content. And we appreciate you guys listening to the podcast and supporting everything we do, for sure.
We are staying busy for sure. There's no doubt about that. Again, guys, we thank you guys so much. Very, very, again, happy to be part of the New World community. Happy to have the community of Studio Loot people that we have. You guys are the best, and we thank you every day for what we get the opportunity to do. And we will see you on another episode of New World to Go.